Welcome to the Grit Reapers, the No BS podcast for online entrepreneurs.
I'm Gail.
And I'm Candice, and we're here to cut through the crap and give you the real truth about what it really takes to be successful online.
Let's get down to business.
Welcome back to another episode of the Grit Reapers. We are so happy to have you with us. To all our listeners, welcome back. Today, we are talking about something that is kind of critical if you want to have a business and deliver things to people in an online way, like in the online space, in a digital way. And basically, if you've ever wondered, like, gosh, how does this person do this? I've just signed up and then I get an email straight away and I can log in. Like, how do people do this? What platforms are they using? That is exactly what we're going to be talking about today, a specific platform, Kajabi. Gail and I both run our businesses through Kajabi, and we are both having a secret love affair with Kajabi. We do love it. And we thought today we would just chat about what is Kajabi? Like, what is a Kajabi? So, Gaily, do you want to start off and tell everybody? Let's answer that question straight away. What is Kajabi?
Okay, so Kajabi is what they like to call an all-in-one platform. And I think that Kajabi is like the gold standard for all-in-one platforms. What that really means is that you can host your website, you can host your online courses or digital products. It has a connected email system, which is what you were talking about. Like, I signed up for something and I got an email straight away. It's automated, so it's connected in the back end. It's also got funnels. So, we talk about funnels on the podcast. So, you get to a page and maybe it's an opt-in page. You want to join somebody's event. You opt in, it then takes them to another page which confirms that you've registered for the event. In the back end, Kajabi has the event registration, you get the email, and then towards the event, you get the reminders, etc. So it's got that kind of funnel capability, which is really, really good. Kajabi also has a community. So, community is really big at the moment. So you can bring members into paid communities or free communities as well, all inside of Kajabi. So you don't have to duct tape different platforms together. You also only have to learn one platform. So it's like one learning curve instead of 10 learning curves. I always used to say, in fact, my tagline when I was a Kajabi service provider was I heart Kajabi. Like, that was my tagline because I just loved it so much. So that is in a nutshell what Kajabi is as an all-in-one platform.
Yeah. I think people are really familiar with platforms like Wix. People have certainly heard of Squarespace. WordPress, exactly. Not downside. I certainly know in the last few years, Wix has upped their game in terms of also offering people like if you were going to sell an online course, where would you put the videos? Like, where would you house those videos? Wix now also offers the ability to do that. As far as I know, when we are recording this podcast, things like Squarespace and WordPress do not. So you would build your website on Squarespace or WordPress. And then if you wanted to also sell a course, you would then have to have what they call like a plugin, like something that then connects you to another platform that allows you to house videos like Vimeo or some others.
Something like that.
So
Absolutely.
what Gail is saying is an all-in-one platform, it's like you don't have to have your website in one place, and then you're using something like ConvertKit or MailChimp or Flowdesk for your emails, and then you also have Vimeo for your videos. So it starts to feel a bit like, oh my gosh, everything's all over the place. I know my personality is like, I don't like that at all. I hate feeling like things are just, there's too much going on. So Kajabi, everything is in one place. You can build your website on Kajabi. You can connect it to your domain host so that it doesn't have like a mykajabi.com/Candace Davies, whatever. It's so the person would just type in your email, your website address, and go straight to your homepage. And then if you wanted to send your email list an email, you would go into your Kajabi emails and all your contacts are there. And then if you were selling a course, all your videos are in Kajabi. So everything is in one place. And I think I really must agree, like I've signed up for programs in the past where the business owner has used, for example, Teachable, and kind of like other platforms, and they're fine, like they work. But Kajabi is, for me, it's like the Rolls Royce of like all these online platforms because they've been around for a while. And as the Kajabi community, the people that are using Kajabi are telling Kajabi, hey, like we would really like this, or we really would like this. Kajabi really is quite responsive to its community's needs. So over the years, I mean, Gail, when you and I first joined Kajabi, I don't think one person in South Africa had even heard of Kajabi. I mean, I certainly hadn't, and I just kind of found it with a Google search. They didn't have communities. So you would have a Facebook group where all your members of your course were in a Facebook group. And I think it was last year, Kajabi introduced native communities so that now your community can also be in Kajabi. They
inside
also
Kajabi.
introduced a podcast. You can host your podcast on Kajabi. So they really do understand the needs of online creators. Like you would have a podcast, you would have a community, you would need to take payment online. You would need a website, you would need to email people because you've got an email list. So they've really tried to bring everything in-house so that you don't need, like Gail was saying, to like duct tape a whole lot of things together, which I know many people prefer. They just prefer to have everything kind of in one space.
Yeah. And I think for me, the biggest advantage when I was just starting out, as I said, was that there was only one learning curve. And Kajabi is very helpful. So there is a Kajabi University. So if you go through Kajabi University, you pretty much can learn how Kajabi works. I found it quite intuitive. A
Me
lot of
too.
people don't, but I did. And I come from honestly, like I was a swimming teacher. I was outside, I was swimming, I was sending emails was about the most techie that I got. So I found it quite intuitive. I didn't have too many problems learning it. What I also lent on a lot, though, was people who are already in the Kajabi community. Kajabi has a really great Facebook group, and lots of people in there help. So, if you come in with Kajabi questions, you will find people hopping in to help. Um, the other thing which I think people didn't like in the beginning, but actually I have found it quite easy for quick questions, is they've got a little bot. So they've got the Kajabi AI bot that you can ask questions to. And those are just like, maybe there's been a new feature, or maybe there's a feature you haven't used for a long time and you've forgotten how to get to it. That's very good, just for asking those questions. Otherwise, I think from any of the middle tier app, there's 24/7 support. I think the two bottom tiers, there's office hours support. But I've always found the support to be very helpful. You can get hold of a live agent, and they will then access your account and are very helpful just working out issues, or if you've done something and you've forgotten, or if you've got something checked that shouldn't be checked, like they are really helpful. So
Mm.
for me, I always explain Kajabi a little bit like making a lasagna. You kind of, if you follow the steps of like putting things together. There's quite I use Kajabi in quite a systematic way, like for whatever I want to do. I always just look on the left hand, I get into the left hand menu, and then I literally work my way down the left hand side. If you do that, you kind of can't go wrong. Well, you
Mhm.
can go wrong, but you know what, if you kind of systematize it. So yeah, it's almost like you've got all the ingredients there, bring them together, and you've got your full business under one roof, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I think the other thing is people often associate Kajabi with just online courses, and actually there is so much you can sell digitally. Like if you have a membership, Kajabi can host your membership.
Mm.
If you do have online courses, it can host online courses. If you have downloads that you're selling, it that can also you can deliver coaching through Kajabi, which was also another recent update to their product features. So it really is for me, like if you're thinking, even if you have a brick and mortar or like an in-person business, but you're starting to think like, how could I maybe generate some other income? Maybe I could turn a part of this into a course or some training or workshops. Or if you are going fully online, it is just a platform, a place that can help you do that and that you don't really need anything else. And of
Yeah,
course, I think over the years, I've seen that the more you evolve in your business, the more you learn about things. Of course, you can always say, email deliverability is a huge thing for me. I actually don't want to use Kajabi's email anymore. I'm going to go to another email system. I mean, of course, you can do that, but I do think initially people like that everything is in one place. I
yeah.
certainly do. It's my personality, like really, it's a good fit.
Yeah, and I think why people may move, as the example you just gave, may move onto a more specialist. So, Kajabi is an all-in-one platform. So while it's really, really robust, it doesn't specialize in each part of it. Although, having said that, maybe I don't agree. I think the course side of it is really
Yeah,
specialist because you don't have to pay like Vimeo, or you don't have to host your videos on like a YouTube. It's all included in your fee. There's
yeah,
unlimited, video storage. But maybe on the specialist side of things, like your email, if you get to the stage where maybe you've got an email list of 15 or 20,000 people, and you really want better segmenting, you can segment perfectly in Kajabi.
yeah,
I do it, and yeah, segmenting of lists is not difficult at all, and it's really effective. But maybe you want more conditional logic, like if this person hasn't opened this email in 10 minutes, then do this, or
yeah,
it
yeah,
doesn't have
yeah,
that kind of advanced, so people
yeah,
may. But as you say, when you first getting into the business as an all-in-one, easy to use platform. The other thing we didn't mention is that it's also got an app now. So it's got a
mhm,
branded app, and it's got a blog. So if you're a blogger, and there's also, along with the courses and digital downloads, there's a newsletter as well. So it's kind of, if you've got a newsletter on Beehive or something like that, and you want to bring it into Kajabi, you can as well.
yeah, yeah. So I think just to sum it up, I think we are going to do another recording where we kind of do a review of Kajabi, but this episode today was specifically just answering like what is Kajabi? And I think like to sum it up, it's just if you're looking for a place, a platform that can allow you to either sell everything online or parts of your business online, and that it would allow you to sell a range of things online without having to have a whole lot of different technologies to do that.
Yeah.
Gail and I mean, we said it when we started, we both really, really love Kajabi. I also find it incredibly intuitive. I have built websites on other platforms, and for me, it was like I just took to it immediately. If you don't want to learn how to build a website and landing pages and funnels and set up email automations, you don't have to. There are so many people who do this as their job. They help business owners get set up. Gail and I often do Kajabi work for our clients. So don't panic if it's like, wow, that sounds amazing, but I don't have time to like learn this all. There are workarounds for that too. So what we're going to do is, if you were curious about Kajabi and you went onto Kajabi's website, they do offer a 14-day free trial. As partners, Gail and I are both partners, we get a special extended free trial period, which is a full month free. So we'll post or link for you guys our affiliate links. And we both offer different bonuses if you want to try out under our links. It doesn't cost you anything additional to sign up through somebody's link. All it does is really, if you do sign up with someone who offers you like a thank you, like a little bonus for using my link, Gail and I have got some different offers. So we'll link both of them. Go check it out. If you're curious about Kajabi, if you've got any questions, you are welcome. Pop us a mail, ask away, and we'll answer in our review video.
Absolutely. So again, we love Kajabi. I do believe that it's a really good all-in-one platform. And if anybody has any questions about Kajabi, don't hesitate, just reach out.
Amazing. Cool, guys. We will catch you next week. Have a good
See you
one.
next week. Bye.